You're coming to New York City and you want to know where to stay. Maybe you're on a budget, you're looking for something more modest, or perhaps you're on the trip of a lifetime and you want the ultimate experience. Regardless of what you want, I'm here to help you out. I am Sarah, a New Yorker and a licensed New York City tour guide. So today I'm going to show you where to stay, which hotels to choose from, and what type of person it is best for. Before we get into this video, I have 4 very important details that you absolutely need to listen to. This will affect how much money you spend here. So listen up. The cheapest prices for hotels in New York City is going to be January to early March. We have something called New York City Hotel Week. I will link that below for you. It is normally January 4th to February 3rd. Yes, I know that is more than 1 week. That's just what they call it. The most expensive prices are during the holiday season and in May and June. So if you were coming during that time, expect to pay on the high end of everything. For your convenience, I have linked all the hotels in the video description right here so you can book it easily. We're covering 4 neighborhoods that I love and I recommend to anyone that is staying here in the city. I tell my family members, I tell my friends this. So these places I chose very carefully and I have neighborhood guides for all of them. I will also link that below. Long Island City is the place I always tell people to stay. It's also my neighborhood. I recommend this place for many reasons. First off, look at that view. Look at that view, okay? You're not gonna get that view in many places, and that is a huge benefit of Long Island City. The other thing is it is so close to Manhattan, yet you don't pay the prices of staying in Manhattan. It is 1 stop on the subway to Manhattan, which saves you time in commuting. It saves you money. I recommend this type of place for people that want the benefit of staying near Manhattan, but maybe they don't want the chaos of staying in Midtown. It's also great for people that are more on a budget, and that's just because the prices are gonna be lower since you're not in Midtown. I would say the only negative with Long Island City right now is that Long Island City is so popular that there is a lot of construction going on right now. With that said, I live in Long Island City around all of these buildings that are going up. And most of the newer buildings, including this hotel, have soundproof windows. So you're not gonna have to deal with those sounds of construction. But I had to warn you. Now, if you're coming to Long Island City, there are 52 hotels here. The best one, and the one I always recommend, is this spot. This is called the Aloft Long Island City. Okay, this is their lobby area. They got a bunch of games going on. Connect 4, Jenga, a pool table. There is a courtyard. Then we also have like a breakfast bar area. This room, that's a bar, and they do karaoke Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So a lot of different activities going on. That's all included in your stay. Amazing. All right, I'm gonna show you the best room here. Now this one is the most expensive, coming in at around $500-ish a night. Don't get scared though. The average price for this hotel can range from $150 to around $300. That's what a typical room is. I'll show you that a little bit later, but this one's fabulous and it has 2 beds. It's a suite. Come inside. We have a living room area that opens right up to the terrace with those beautiful city views. Many of the rooms in this hotel have balconies, not just this suite, so make sure you check that out while you're booking it. This is the bedroom. We have 2 queen-size beds, and it's looking out to all that lovely construction. Yeah, that is the negative, but again, construction ends, people, so don't be worried about that. The bathroom, love this sink, beautiful shower, toilet, everything you need in one room. So that is the suite. Now let me show you the more modest style room. This is a standard king room, and this room ranges from around $161 to around $250. In fact, I just checked the rates for if you stay during Christmas, which is the busiest time of year, and this room is only $250 a night, which is a steal compared to the average rates of rooms anywhere else in the city for that same time. You're normally paying $500 or up. We have a bathroom, that beautiful sink, which I loved. You also have this lovely king-size bed right here, and gorgeous city views. Midtown Manhattan is another area that I recommend. This is probably the most popular area that most visitors stay in, and it makes sense because all of the major attractions are here. You have all of the trains. It's very convenient. If you're going to a Broadway show, you can just slip out from the Broadway show and head right to your hotel, and it's a short walk. You're not gonna get that with any other location. And those are the main benefits of staying in Midtown. It is ideal for first-time visitors. However, there are some negatives of staying in this area, and most of them include the prices are going to be the most expensive in the entire city by far. That is a guarantee. I promise you that you probably won't find anything cheap here, and if it is cheap, approach with caution. Secondly, it's very crowded here. If you don't like crowds, that's gonna be a problem. But the reality is, if you're seeing New York, you're gonna experience crowds anywhere. And third, it is quite loud. There are people everywhere, so you're gonna be dealing with a lot of different sounds all the time. Now, luckily, if you're sleeping, most hotels have prepared for that and you're not gonna experience it. But the second you step outside, you're gonna deal with people, cars, horns, all different types of sounds. And those are the positives and negatives of staying in Midtown. I'm gonna show you a hotel I recommend. Welcome to Refinery Hotel. This is a 4-star boutique hotel in Midtown, very conveniently located. It's beautiful, it's elegant, it's luxurious. They have a lot going on here. The cool thing about this hotel is its history. It actually used to be a hat factory back in 1912, and it then turned eventually into a speakeasy style tea room, and you can see a little bit of that inspo here at the bar. This is the standard deluxe room. Now this room is the most spacious room I've ever seen in Midtown. That's what I love about the Refinery Hotel. You get so much space for your money. This room starts at around $300 at the cheapest. That's when it's gonna be January, February, and it can get up to around $800 peak season. So important thing to keep in mind, most hotels in Midtown charge this. That's the reality of Midtown. It's the most popular area, so you're going to be paying the most, but you get the most bang for your buck here. I love this room. I love how they incorporated subtle touches of how it used to be a hat factory into the decor and the design. This is their bathroom, and it's so fabulous. The tiling here is just so Vogue, and that's not a coincidence. You know Vogue's Get Ready With Me videos on YouTube? They actually film them here at the Refinery Hotel in one of their suites, and that's because of how gorgeous it is. But I want to show you one more of their rooms. It's a suite, just to show you how much even nicer some of their rooms can be. And yes, this one is more expensive, so if you are looking for the trip of a lifetime, maybe you want to book this room. Welcome to the Atelier room. This means wardrobe, essentially. It's like a workstation. That's what atelier means. Again, referencing that hat factory that this beautiful building started at in 1912. Quite a spacious room. In addition to the king-size bed here, you also have an entire lounging area and a TV, a lot of beautiful artwork on the walls, and they actually have a custom piece of artwork in these rooms on every wall that was designed by FIT students. This bathroom is about double the size of the other room's bathroom, so you definitely have more space here. We got this spacious wardrobe, tons of storage for your clothes. You can put your luggage in here. Now this room starts around $400. That is a steal for this area. I cannot emphasize that enough for the quality you're getting for the space. It does get up to around $1,000 a night during peak season. The other thing that is great about the Refinery Hotel is their restaurant and their bar. Not all hotels have this, and Refinery Hotel has one of my favorite bars in the city. It's called Refinery Rooftop. It has amazing views of the Empire State Building. It has great cocktails. It's a vibe. They do great parties. So just being able to stay at the hotel and then head right up to the rooftop is such a benefit, and it's so convenient. They also have a really delicious restaurant called Parker and Quinn, directly attached to the hotel. Serves excellent food, new American style cuisine. We got their lamb burger and their chicken. They also do a really good job with cocktails. However, one thing to keep in mind, we are in New York City, so no matter what hotel you stay at, a restaurant, a bar, they're not gonna be a far walk for you. We're headed to our next neighborhood, but before we get there, I want to give a tip for my international travelers out there. If you are traveling from outside of the US, you want to make sure you get a SIM card when you get here so you don't get hit with all those roaming fees. And for that, I recommend using Olafly's eSIM cards. I've used them all over the world and they are fantastic. Their USA plan, it's amazing. You get unlimited 5G data for only $19 for 5 days. And if you're here for a week, that plan's only $27. That is 5G speeds, unlimited data, and 24 hours of customer support. They have plans in over 180 countries, and what I really like about them compared to other SIM cards out there is that they are an eSIM, which means you can download them easily using a QR code within minutes. It's so easy to install, and I love them so much that I reached out and I got a promo code for you all so you save even more money. If you use code SarahFunky, you'll save 5% on your next Olafly SIM card. So don't forget that tip when you're visiting, and let's head to our next neighborhood that you may want to consider staying at when you're here. Downtown Manhattan is another area I recommend staying for different reasons than the others. This is the perfect area if you're looking for a place that is close to the action, yet quiet, laid back, and not too much going on. This may be best if you really don't like crowds, you don't like noise, and you're just more of a, let's say, private person. It's only about a 20-minute subway commute to Midtown, so that makes it very easy. You also have great access to the Statue of Liberty here, the Brooklyn Bridge, you have Wall Street, so it's a kind of a different vibe. So the negatives of staying in this area would be you're not gonna have as many options for dining as you would in other areas. However, there's still a ton of options because this is New York City. There's 25,000 restaurants here, so you're set, don't worry about that. The other thing is some places do tend to close early because this is kind of the financial district. Most financial places, once it closes, all the people leave, all the finance bros, as I like to call them, they all go home. And then there's not really much here, so many of the businesses shut down. Price-wise, it's still similar to Midtown, probably a little bit cheaper, but definitely not as cheap as Williamsburg or Long Island City. Welcome to Sonder. This is such a great hack for visiting New York because these are essentially apartments. Yes, that's right. Technically, they wouldn't be classified as a hotel. I know I said where to stay. It's not just hotels, people. So the cool thing about Sonders is you do get a kitchen, you get a washing machine, a dryer, there's gyms, there's pools, there's all different types of things, and they have 12 locations around the city. I chose their Battery Park location because we are here in downtown Manhattan. So let me bring you on a little tour inside one of the rooms. The great thing about this is I feel like I'm in my own apartment. I'm just showing this one, but just keep in mind that a lot of the neighborhoods around the city have these, so you can book them anywhere. The main benefit is that they have a kitchen here and a washer and dryer in every room because it's like a mini apartment. So this room is their queen size studio room. You got a queen size bed, ample closet space. You have a little area in the front where you can have, you know, your breakfast, huge kitchen area. When I say huge, you know, we're in New York standards here. Oh my God, they do have a dishwasher. What? Huge refrigerator. The bathroom is super well lit, which I really like for makeup. Actually, I gotta fix a little bit of this. I saw the cheapest price was $160 a night, and that's in January. And then the most expensive would be around New Year's Eve time. That's $550. Okay, so keep that in mind. Sonder Battery Park also have this beautiful rooftop deck, and you get gorgeous views of the Hudson River. It's extremely peaceful, very quiet. They even have a pool here. However, I can't show you that, so we're gonna put some pictures up because they are closed right now. In addition to that, we have a gym. We have a co-working space. They also have a music room. I feel like if you want more of a place that you can cook at home, then you gotta stay in a Sonder compared to a hotel. That's the bottom line. Williamsburg is another area that I recommend staying in. This is definitely for someone that maybe it's not their first time in New York City and they want to explore more of a local vibe. The positives here are it's definitely quiet. You're going to encounter more residents, so you're not gonna have like the touristy people taking pictures of everything, and it is more of a real New York experience. This is actually what it's like to live in New York City, because guess what? Very few locals live in Midtown. Negatives, there's not as many train options here, so commuting to major attractions may be a bit more challenging, though not impossible. You can probably get to most places, I would say, within half an hour. Another negative, sometimes the prices in Williamsburg are a bit high. You can definitely find lower priced things, but I don't don't know if you heard about it, there's like this kind of a hipster culture here. So sometimes, you know, a latte's $8. I don't know why. Welcome to the Arlo Williamsburg. This is your neighborhood spot that just makes you feel like you've come home. I love this place. Been coming here for years. They used to be known as the Williamsburg Hotel, but today they are the Arlo, and there's actually 4 Arlos in New York City. They are a independent boutique hotel. They have 4 bars here, a restaurant, a pool. Their rooms are stunning. I'm gonna show you those in a minute. There's tons of different amenities for guests. Welcome to the Skyline Suite. This is one of the best rooms in the Arlo Williamsburg. This room can range from $900 a night to up to $1,500 a night, depending on when you visit. We have this massive seating area here, floor-to-ceiling windows with that beautiful skyline view. You can see the East River, you can see the Empire State Building, the Chrysler Building, all the iconic buildings, and I just love the beautiful decor here. It is so cute. King-size bed with their adorable little fortune cookies. That's something you see in all Arlo hotels, wishing you good fortune. Beautiful turquoise subway tiling, and it's surrounded by floor-to-ceiling windows, but don't worry, people can't see into the windows, but you can see out of the windows. So here we are in a queen standard room. These rooms are on the smaller side. That's because they're entry-level room, and they start at around $189 and can range all the way up to $500 if you're going busy season. That $189 is gonna be in January, so keep that in mind when you're looking online. This one has a queen size bed. You still have an outdoor space, which is a rarity in New York. This bathroom with that beautiful blue tiling again. A lot of style in this place. They're an artsy spot. They like art. This is Williamsburg and it's artsy area, so that's reflected in the interior design of the hotel. By far, my favorite thing about this hotel, besides their amazing view and their beautiful decor, is this pool. Now I know behind me, you may be thinking, oh, there's no water in that pool. Yeah, I know, don't worry about it. Just imagine there's water. We're here off season. This is such a huge draw. I can't emphasize that enough. Barely any hotels in the city have rooftop pools, and barely any hotels in the city that even have rooftop pools have that epic skyline view while you're in it. But in addition to the rooftop pool, they also have 2 bars here. One bar is right behind the pool, and one bar is in this cool water tower that they like converted into a bar. It's the coolest thing I've ever seen. So let me know in the comments, where do you want to stay? I'd love to hear from you, and check out this video next on everything you need to know for preparing for your trip to New York City. I'll see you next time. Bye.